natural mineral water. Simply natural.
Yama ahwefo akwa babiam sedem de kan edeto manimu no se enne yasesa dwumedi no eni so kakra evi se Ghana Football Association akofa coach Milovan Rajovac aba coach Milo for short na ye de freno na extreme left coach Vincent Abiwu we football coach akwaba
ana Yusu.
No, where you
We are pa.
Very well. Yeah, that's it. We are pa. Sanso and Joe Oche, the writer Italia, sport journalist. Yamakwaba.
I'm Joseph.
Very well. My mission is 7 free coaches. So, performance of a team. Trasa said supporters and a layman on the street. Canon supporter per resource. Black Stars Echo Bombacha. I see winning 2-0, 3-0, 3-0. It be a convincing win. What account for it? Before for a while, and some 4 years, I see those results. And I say, your bonus.
And I think, sir, when it comes to issue of supporters, I don't impair a win. Any fine football. They don't care the system 4-4-2. 433 psychologist, dietitian, science explanation, and here supporters. I did supporters and say, in theater say, because most of us are under stress. Godfrey Philly say, where to take the stress off is the playing field. And it's actually the playing field. That is why the previous years, Arsenal and Cesar, the style of play. Despite said they are not winning trophies. But on what keeping, they are keeping on supporters. The same apply to, I think, Lyon and the Barcelona. On some more particular pattern. Don't make her, there was a year, if it's not the Bosky. And we need back to back. Yes, up on.
Okay. Oh, Barcelona.
No, that was Real Madrid.
Real Madrid, okay, yes.
Or we need trophies.
Madrid, yeah.
By a Sapamuno. Because supporters, you see, on we shall go back. And in JB stadium. Oh. So dynamics need also. But when it's a bad national team, normally we explain I'm Matthias says normally entire training in the club side.
There be a training together.
There be a training to me a correction.
More of reflectable.
More of reflectable. Says 1 year maximum. Say World Cup year, not mean about 2 to 3 weeks. Especially so play on both Champions League. Then tournament there June. Ubanyano 2 to 3 weeks. Nama bibi kakanti team preparation in the year. About from the supporter side, they are not wrong to be given that level of pressure. But then I say a crock from now explaining and mom say like rebuilding kind of process. Ubeka Herbert Messan by Kotokofolu Sukrasi or rebuilding. I'm going for the G's how we did at the year.
The Brandon
international team no as I catch up for say 206 2010 year call form. Yeah, Shadan Peja Yahuye. Into Yasa flamboyant performance na yenya 2010 no. Inti obi the 2010 AJG, obi the 206 AJG, the current squad. Yenya nisa, especially the last 2 AFCON and call finals no.
Okay.
That was 2015.
2015. And
I every coach call finals.
No, 2010.
A Honda team they started say depreciating. But as a nation, but I know there are supporters no more problems there. A team number for mana. It is from 2015. No, just look at our performance. Then supporters so far individual players, our individual league.
Okay.
And they compare national team. So then our team boss our league side.
Yes.
And our national team do mine winning bonus. Supporter and tears say a class for stadium man ku on sa no. On say fine biaba. So baby mo ball no passer. Normally won't dream pass no. Your stadium say no ma pass how dream. Into the pressure
because either say pass no crab to the intended target and now say player
off.
Yes. because of the pitch.
Because of the nature of the pitch. I think that these are factors affecting
the you can't give off your best.
No, you can't give off your best. Because you're passing ball like elsewhere I have been. You're passing ball in ever. No distraction.
Yes.
In baller, you know, there are 3 W's that play the game.
Okay.
When, where, and why. Player be a footballer, Nyama 3 in a where, when, and why. Into place, time, yes.
A dientra and a breben.
A breben. Of course, spend for the reflection.
Okay.
So the reflection of the game, when you come to Ghana, it actually.
So, and Yama Miensan constitute reflection.
Yes, Sanyama Miensano. And no Nama player. Into Sanyama Miensani Kama, who say penalty cry to me, who say. Na nobody 3 times and over sending you. But somebody over say, and nobody happy to someone in 2010.
Yes.
I'll say penalty just at the 9 minutes. Or somebody no say another classic one. Which else you say?
When to kick the ball. Why
did you kick the ball?
And where? Okay.
Into this are the reflection. I have 30 national team players no. Into Amuba, na environment, na reflection is Sanyamanya, Abeto, na 30 player no. Because we a few days jet lag baby. Last time we catch up a bad preparation.
Yes.
A kwana to this summer repeating it. Say a son called Cape Coast. Because Yanka said him say a cranny in your papa my. Why can't we fix it? Because of 2-way tournament we are here, boy. About 72 hours now we sound about game. Into number you get close to your airport and you go. So the food factor is there. The behind the scene, I enter dressing room. FA president boy means about miss. Dressing room or boy medical team what team new. Any sanya man but these are things that won't mean like show yes is no. Yet trip no mu But the most important people are not the 3 of us.
Exactly.
Hey, and Kofa, people cannot see them.
Directors are behind. Producers were
into the same thing.
Crew members.
Finally, nobody saw the best starting for yes.
Yes. Deliver.
Deliver. So who will get the insult? Before what I to come and say, yes, it's sounding. But we don't control sound.
Yes.
Into the same way about supporters, they don't want to know whatever happens. All they want to know is say, Ghana.
No. To educate our supporters and Nigeria our TV Xyz so about factors that play and that account for results, be it good or bad. No, for FM kakra apart from born na ye born or pitch no so coach ejuma obeye ebia other technical staff ejuma obeye no edi ebium na account for good results. For supporters.
Pre-match is very important. Once you can have the pre-match and post-match, you win your supporters. Or they believe in whatever you are telling them. But normally, yes, side her, about pre-match, I want to paint the picture very beautiful. Say BBI. It is hard GDNR. And in general, in Fifi, Aqua Stadium, I can say, CBBI, okay. But when you're able to tell the players, no, what the crisis, send a Yama Kono, and then but Muntai, China, winning game. No. That is the difference between the other supporters. They try to go to the supporters and play to them, say, without you, we are not here. And without us, too, we'll go and pay for an empty stadium. So we're not in the media catch here. I remember bought on my uniform. Into one factor. Then who constitutes the technical team? Then the communication team is very important. Nyama mudiko abonti is very important. Seka ejifia banho, ya boy a calculator na kesia obi bottom. Into no dream some beji we na mu ba be we. Ejuma bi bought the whole month. Sheska miji. Into these are small factors when we can put up good education. See, one of the most important thing is groundsman. Pitch na be boss ball no. Oko Arsenal, omuti massage pitch no to suit the way they want to play. There's no pitch in Ghana that can be massaged. So Ghana has any paper energy massage. Oko abrocha pitch massage before a game. Into pitch they determine the pace and the speed of the game. Into mufi honum basa no bedu ha na Santa pitch na basa mo.
Nti metwase anya wo ma.
David. Because when you perform at your national team, your club side hails you. Mami catch a big player be that say national team is important to control.
Oh, you mean
one of the biggest assets. The same way we don't flop here because most of the coaches are on break, so they watch every game to see the difference when I call RD up. Then I call subtract here. It may affect our club side. So no player want to fly here and underperform. That is why you need a very good technical team. You need a very good physio team to make sure say their muscles are well tuned. They're able to control relaxation fatigue, tactical fatigue, your different forms of fatigue. When you're apart from coach, you know, that is why mostly I as a head coach want to choose my team to speak the same language. But this is one danger. Normally they give you an assistant. You might not coordinate well. I'll have a team and I'll say, Nana, be my team manager. You might not have even any knowledge about football, but you have the ability to control my ego. And excuse me, sir, my stupidity sometimes.
Yes, so wayward.
Not your friend, say other people cannot speak to me.
Okay.
But once you appear, you can say, come on, coach, cool down your nerves.
Very well. Cool down your nerves. Masa ba coach so. Na enkomo no afa na ebeye de. Wunim Ghana Football Association president Ket ES Okraku Wakasai Abrana ye unveili coach Milo the second coming enche yerebebremo coach Milo no so ekasai eno nso aye kradwa ye bobodi akiremo na ye di mienu na tunsani ani ya kari so ye bewe ni ehu se ensemu ampanimfo no mienu no ka kyereye no asemu a supporters no awogidie wom na yahwe coach ne den se asemu a supporters ni gidie o manya wom no resource ebeba ampa na ni nyina da yerebebremo na mo menko jo okire so jo we are sports journalists what follow Black Stars for a while other national teams the cap performance of a team winning the account for performance say coach afraid 32-man squad sa players see performance at the same various football clubs various leagues be it Europe be it South America be it Africa and local leagues players free eba.
Well, no, I mean players now are from a bit more exceptional, no more performing well.
Okay.
Or their clubs. A bit more performance, no, just average. And a bit more because of forming the core, the spine of the team for quite a very long while. You know, one to me
in your moon film.
We say Jordan Ayew or a striker, but so far on share go BI. Well, game money Brentford their boy for instance, or say a chance be. And Thierry Kasananka or any teammate. Now come back punish no.
The teammate
or any teammate. Then San Thierry accounts on Sky Sports. Senanka John Ayew and teammate. Now come back punish no.
Why because
chance not saying a crucial chance on a Quebec to moving. So what I say?
Maybe you have a coach so actually no actually say teammates or punishing the teammate. What kind of punishment? Another man because you are not the coach. How do you punish your teammate? Ebia or pass be the award me no pass man. Ebia or the goalkeeper or pass be the goalkeeper or be denied. I don't know. Yeah, we'll come back to that.
Yeah, but we share the gravity of that statement now. It means a lot. Obeso say at that crucial moment. We share match now. Now just 2 minutes to end the game. And on your chance no.
Begging one.
Was an opportunity and to me put Crystal Palace on top of the on top of the lead and I commit me 3 points at the end of the day, but Osquanda has a chance no. And to also say with such a chance at that crucial moment no, with such a player no, and can what success a chance no. Looking at baby and was so far, and looking at time and you find yourself saying, what's the coach we can say where, when, and how. So when you see the pass, how are we see? Was it a perfect chance for you to score? Yes, of course. And why didn't you score? So what I said, you know, Osha, and even after the game, Patrick Vieira said Osha and the confidence about form. So Obesha saying your subsequent game, Osha with Peja Aman. So what I said, so it tells that yes, for such a player, no, fine ball in the obo, but go na yeshe. One share go.
We are strikers.
We are strikers. So and yen name Ghana under CK Akono. 10 matches are a boy. Only striker share go from open play was Kalebe Kuban. That was 5-1 against Qatar, friendly match. Apart from that, goals are happening now were for midfielders. Kudos, Partey, Dede Ayew, Samuel Owusu, no match goals.
Sometimes death ball situation.
Exactly. No, the only goal share was against Atomi and Principe.
Penalty.
Yeah. And from open play, no, you striker, what share goals am I? And here is the case that you are one of the players that you're depending on. And for past years, no, you've always been in the team.
So you want to say, players Coach Milo, I invite you, Mono. Any players are bet me a boy and I say, performance.
Me back strikers no so. Obi to say, also of Jordan Ayew. So far, matches are going on to me. She'll go 6 matches without a goal. Offer Kalebe Kuban. About 4 matches so far on share go here. It was Persia. And Abi Genoa. And Tariq Fosu, Lamte of Brentford. So far, 7 matches are Brentford are born in Nano. Wabo only one. Some match or was against Oldham. Carabao Cup. And Obebo just 71 minutes. And this is a player which has been called as a striker. Our boy just 71 minutes pay. In all matches are the team abono. On share go here. After Uba Obi to say Benjamin Teta. About 6 matches for the team Matthias Sport. Turkey. 6 matches was 3 goals. They make 477 minutes on the field of play. And Uba Obi to say you can say Joe Famille. Only the only player why prolific on the field of play about all the strikers are. Because 10 matches are with me about it. 8 goals out of it for Ehrenbeck. It tells clearly say for such a player, no. I mean, after 10 matches we scored 8 goals. Okay, I just say we are good. Goals to me share. But to replicate that same performance in the national team, and they are shown a couple of times on the CK Akono. The performance ain't bad, but there's much more room for improvement.
Joe, dissect a team no. You be display players ya free woman na ya hwe players okura George the writer welcome wasem no it no you best start from the goalkeeping, the defense, the midfield, which is considered as the engine of a Ghanaian team. Na yako attack na ya hwe players ben na George e ka omo wasem ni ye do mudi ene wo manim abeto so mo sisia jo ye nto
it's no we share there for striking department. I a very huge problem I also solve over since Asamoah Gyan resign here, you know a lot of strikers or buy into the folder. Omuna can expect say yes they will hit the ground running as soon as possible and so may take you off from where Asamoah Gyan left off from. But it's been very worrying situation for them. I want to me my performance now Gyan at the Maya no ye so we keep trying to get the best strikers. And again, all these players are Milovan are from the strikers are from now. Obienu are to me I share 5 you can say 5 goals on the club apart from Joel Familia or share at Orenbe. And on the club and a top flight club no bo. About 2nd division club Russian National League no. Well, it's no compare that one to Oman and about top flight clubs no. You say the performance no a best son. And the changes and again, would we need change whereby the goalkeeping department now? Yafre Atizigi, Yafre Richard Atta, Yafre Wallacott, and Yafre Denlad Ibrahim. Denlad Ibrahim, Yanyanti as I say, Brodeno is going through the mill as a player from the under 17 to under 20 and getting Black Stars call up. Brodeno as a goalkeeper. Ghana Premier League, last season for Kim Faisal, good goalkeeper. Last 2 seasons, Brekum Chelsea, or on loan for Kumasi and Kotoko, fantastic there. And Ubo say Richard Atta, across the folk, perfect goalkeeper in the league. I mean, my friend the Donnarumma of across on a Ghana player. Coach in person liking the local boys, no, the local Premier League players, no, with foreign names. But Coach. What's
the player Ben
Donnarumma, Richard Atta.
Okay.
Ocean the height no, the stature no. Ocean the composure. Ocean senior or quality for ball. Ocean the anticipation.
The kicks.
Any senior otumi a commande the team. The same qualities as Gigi Donnarumma of Paris Saint-Germain. Also now AC Milan, no one of the topmost players, a captain at a point. It's all about Paris Saint-Germain, and still we look at him in the Champions League. Yeah, so he has that height, same as Richard Atta. And Uba would say Atizigi. Atizigi has been a proven goalkeeper in mind for quite a while now. Oshe Tama, coach Somaba, all this one, not your fair Richard Ofori, na your fair Kotoko Abeloa, na your fair Atizigi, na Danlad account. And we saw him the last outing, a boy against Ethiopia, South Africa. He will go or concede. So what I say, you and you're the 40 there, but you could clearly tell, say, such a goalkeeper, no, I will say, your man, or building the confidence in the team more. And there's been a lot of talks around, so your goalkeeper be a boss, but at least one good, your best keeping a koshe. And maybe some who say, if such a goalkeeper near wa, say, be a your Kolusuba just a go sway. Is it a goalkeeper which may rely on 100% Anna? Any question I just maybe say. And it also means to say, Richard Ofori. I want to say, Ceciano, I don't really know the talks, the background talks going on, but the performance against South Africa, no, too exceptional. One of those average performances. And look at Boa, F1 in 91 and yes, South Africa player now, Oboku just empty nets, virtually empty nets. And just a simple tapping. So that was a blunder. Such a goalkeeper, why national team going for a very long time.
So
and
gradually we are having that goalkeeping deficit.
No, we are not having, but me perceive say once I am friend here, I friend it means say the times no
injury.
Yeah, and I'm saying it means say the times no numbered. Providing say you either Richard Atana say Atizigi exceptional performance. Then the timing at the time at the Blasters numbered, which means that it was improving the performance. And then now we have Jojo Wallacott. I mean, 9 matches so far, more burning now. On the way, number one goalkeeper. No doubt, he's been playing as a top goalkeeper for his side.
Fourth division.
Yes. And in the stats at 9 matches so far, no, he's been keeping up.
Yeah, so fourth division.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is that Osha probably say a man a chance to say what he can also offer the goalkeeping department. So what I say. And so I will say for the goalkeeping department, no, I will say once Richard in the honum, Atizigi, Atta, Wallacott, and then Denlad no Wallacott. I think we are giving them time, but Atta and Atizigi.
But the recent
match, boy.
Yes, I boy and your friend one Manafobi from I think Belgium.
Yeah, Manaf from Belgium.
This time no,
yeah, fair no. Yeah, and I just don't know why. And I don't know maybe link here to the defenders no so. Once we share defenders now, I am sitting here and still struggling to understand why my player 90 minutes chance in the last game.
Yes, that is
the next game. The next game is Babe Bono. If you really want to build the confidence of that player, build player no the chances, and also seek to say obetumi augmented side ni here. Why was that player dropped for somebody who hasn't even gotten even 1 minute game time at the Black Stars? So far,
you're talking of Philemon Bafo.
Exactly.
And Fatal Mohamed.
Because we share all defenders now from now. Juku, Jonathan. These are defenders. Macheke now. Matches on Mabo so far. They play more than average for their respective clubs. But player only game time is Philemon Bafo. Fine, in the Ghana Premier League, one of the good players for the side Dreams FC, and by far in the league.
But he's been inactive.
But he's been inactive after the league ended. Why inactive on board matches there? But Fatau has been in the preseason and also playing in Africa and also played for the national team as well. So if such player was that bad in the last game against South Africa, I went to me and Boshi Krapona. I did not coach keeping in the game for 90 minutes. Because we saw your coach, that's a player on board home or we uniform. But once on board 90 minutes in the
does it mean say Kasabiana and Crawford Cannon Channel Didi coach in it to man I say what the naso ama enumum eja wonan kasa na dwuma eso ye ho as a head coach.
Nana, I think so for this no in two ways. Because one, if anybody say this call up no, much of the players were called by CK Akono. Because once they say Obe player Manaba for this, you have to give the club 14 days
to release him.
2 weeks to release the player. The 2 weeks now, you no say you calculated by time. Milovan Rajvacheba Krumha, if in Anka say man in your own TSA or in Sunday no buyer, which means 2 weeks to endure for the call up. So, which means this call up was being done by the previous coach.
CK.
So, logically, that's what I say as a channel.
Yeah, exactly. And, link it to my question is, after the game, no, na I say, a bit more kasa.
Na blame
yes, Fatal Mohammed Grano, na Philemon Balfour camp dada. And no son who be free Fatal mobile mobile boy. Into I say confidence in any Philemon Balfour more camp dada.
Yeah.
So and what the Fatal Mumaba. Fatal so born 90 minutes no. Call for Casas or any the ball fan. So I'm saying say Kasana is Frabon Tenebano and no coach in Itiana.
Yes, I think so. And no higher. In the earlier statement, you say it's one professional. You need to be very firm and trustworthy.
Yes,
and you must trust yourself. GDA Juma, at the advanced level, you can't say your ego must be the biggest. You must have the biggest ego. That is only we can succeed as a coach.
To be a coach?
Yes.
To be a good coach?
Yes.
What do you mean for Dindi coach?
David. That's why most Ghanaian coaches cannot coach outside. Yeah, find Dindi Remu. Your ego must
be outspoken.
Outspoken. Because the players are going to question the tactics. That is why there came a time a player questioned a coach. And who will term it as indiscipline.
Player question coach Ben.
Question appear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even Calvin Prince Boateng.
And even Messi to also question Unai Emery in the Europa League final, Arsenal against Chelsea. They are Chelsea Arsenal 4-1. Or question the tactics say or your bad coach in the tactics no and they lead the Arsenal to that particular defeat. And since then no, that was the end of part of reasons in Tia Ozil ending the play at Arsenal.
So factors in also, like he said, picking Fatah ahead of Philemon, our ball game no. And my video analyst no opportunity to tell the young man say, you are playing, but this is your problem. So remember, Mikacho say, when we played Ethiopia here, I said, we should use a team that will play South Africa against Ethiopia. I said, by your ball, your massive regular players, PFE team. In performance of video analysis, no, it is the movements that happen that you use in correction of your players. And normally when the game is between 48 hours, you don't bring in a new player unless there's an injury. And that situation be allow. But what we did say against South Africa, that was supposed to be even a win or a draw for a sunny new set. Then Fatal committed few blunders. Since a few blunders, who was saying if you also maybe Philemon, on the committee, the same few blunders. Anytime you want to replace a young player, you must bring in an exceptional player. I and him say he's trying to test that. Or Beshawa, we be okay when you mistake I'm here. But also na down for bar or sign the same average. Almost say that is why you don't know where your mistakes lie. And now when you are counting around the culture of the team, the DNA of the team, the philosophy of the team, because we've not have all those things, we just bring in anybody.
Very well. Baby, I don't know. You have a press conference. Ghana Football Association at the unveiling Coach Milo, which I said the pan hontomano. You bet see first, Ket ES Okraku AFA president. You bet see some Okaye. Na yasanya kuti yahwe aka ho Coach Milo enso so dia wode to yenim ye wi a ya ba behwe players a watonsa afre wo mu na yahwe Coach Milo no kura Ghana Football Association no mo awe ataso se wonu an no mo pe no ya mpani ampa wo makwa akofa na abre no oja Ghana adwuma ho somewhere 2010 baby okwa nam ye na juma okoye ye na modern mo results performances any countries any club side ya wo coach ye ansa na the second coming eba bedru ho no ni nyina da ebehwe na afi ya hu se ampa coach no kura no we still relevant anase wanye relevant coach na ketua se ahwefo be kaya ansa na wo beja na dwuma ho free Ghana somewhere 2010 no oje 45,000 euros na enei woje $30,000 ni depreciate to extent say odwunu ho awonte ase coach no ne modern mono akofom anase pa no pega na adwuma no so beyo eye dobi no odo Ghana entranka omanfo akuko yanim na wo hye adwuma se a waketua akwa animu no wono na ketua na etesan 2010 $45,000 euros na 10 years later over a decade na oje $30,000 a na chese obuo na bafom na abuo no nimdie na wo coach mu no eno nso so abafom bia na eno nti ene ne buo no esoate ana tie wotifie ya wanya dwumanye eno nti na obaye ana odobi na wo Ghana ya waka say unfinished business with a Ghana no yenkotie coach no emra.
I'm sure if I were to go around, everybody has an opinion as to who should be the coach of Ghana. Everybody here has an opinion. Everybody here would have a different opinion as to why Mr. A must be and why Mr. B must not be. But please, my appeal to everybody here is that we have a coach in place. A coach who is very experienced, a coach who knows our country, who knows our mentality, which is very, very crucial, and a coach who has the respect of our players, and a coach who controls that dressing room of Ghana.
As you said, AFCON is in 4 months, but we have our most important match in 2 weeks. So this is how I work. The next match is the most important match for me. So we shouldn't forget about the qualifications for the World Cup. So let's take one step at a time. We are building the team, and when the time comes for the AFCON, of course, we can talk about this. So we are in a process of building team, and now our focus is our next match, and we are thinking about the World Cup. If you remember last time, we qualified after 4 matches with scoring 7 goals without conceding any. So we were the first African country to qualify for the World Cup in 2010. So we want to take one step at a time. It would be inappropriate or unprofessional to think about what will happen in 4 months due to our duties here. We are expecting to play important matches very soon. So our focus now is on the World Cup qualification matches.
There were Coach Milovan Rajevac, Coach Milo, and I'm Motenenkan earlier. Mote Kurt E.S. Okraku, a president Ghana Football Association, was say if I should go round, all of you in that room may have your opinion as to who should be the coach of the Black Stars. Now, coach, is Milo still relevant? Now, when in producer make her relevant as me, Fato Somame, coach, no, we free Ghana, teams are one manage. Yes, it's no over with screen one. Na coach Milo, one on that's one. Abra we free Ghana no, oko Qatar national team ye pamono. We free Honmon so. Eko Algeria national team 2016 and also so no 2 months bosumi mi no pentem and also so no ye wonu kunsa ema ofiri hono now enu echi no oko Thailand ekoye adwuma so na since April 2019 onye adwuma da anu no since April 2019 coach Milovan onye adwuma da enti no coach a watching fie since 2017 yes April 2017 ya onye adwuma da no e de na ka kire wo e ka kire se coach no we coach a ye penu ana obi be ka se we hot cake ana se ne ho nche de hia nkrofo se Morino num omuntimi ntena fie nche sawo coach Milo the value I depreciate no about that what Ghana
I think say about bomb where there's the fire service approach we might get some help but I'm saying the modern day buildings are fit with fire extinguishers so that before the fire service come in you're able to put it off until Milo Betmi Abanea qualify but what have we left behind? He left nothing behind. Also caught his sabbatical leave for Ghana. Because time of the year 2010, now I stuck with tattoos, with everything. So he lost trust in himself. Into quick lawyer now he said, Mami fear. So he bowed when applaud was high. Okay, then we saw what happened. That was our court tennis. My fear now is the energy to work as a coach. Sa hondi no war 13 years ago no sa hondi ni ho. That is why your man cry civil servant 60 years. You need to go because the strength of the brain naturally will form. But
over the world, there was a coaches or many.
But when it comes to national team, but even the ground team got too much. Ferguson age. So when you grow, you have that full experience to work with. Into our two side. When the team is gelling, you don't need strength. But when the team is not gelling, that is where you have to be on the field yourself. But when the team was moving, you observe. Milo, the type of selection in France 2010, before 2010, he sits about 25 meters from the team. Now I know observation. And no, the convincing first, Fred Papo. I know one day you interview and ask him. No, they're chairman for the committee.
Yes.
And I'm going to cry argument. And I say, I'm going to drop this set of players and pick that set of players.
Yes.
Because the game is played with the youth. For Xyz Abranaso. Then we got our results. It's in national team coaching. They have got to say, trickish with club side. You don't need much days to deploy a strategy to catch an opponent on guard. Because it comes with video reading, opponent reading, knowledge about opponent. So you can pick a coach who just go in there, results now. But it doesn't leave any foundation. That is why you're sacking more than 30 players and we are still not getting results. It's a problem, a chain, just coaching. That is why assistant coach was Akwaba. Into a bet you have any results. But Osanya results was because your results no solve the problem. Into your results, now you start to jubilate here. You start destroy another 10 years. Because Ghana ball, like I said, we can't change your chair.
It's a the okay as here. Nature say, wintimi mienu. So obenya results no. No asa eja bibi wo for the next 10 years.
What is going to happen? What is going to happen? Say, the entire country is going to push, whether positive, negative, to make sure he gets the results. So he might be getting the results, and he's not 100% person getting the result for us.
There will be factors.
And we did it with Egypt. Some of them we can't name it because it goes against the nation. Inti our niyama maybe but sadly Nigeria and I come at you we are likely to repeat the same thing again.
Yeah, likely say you better repeat. Now, you bako players what tunsa at the film no. Kate Amia Tia says Wumu a omo GF there is all about Milo and woman epe Milo aba enti no ede na Milo ba be ye players ya ton sa fra omu ede adwuma na Milo ebetimi the players na ye your match against Zimbabwe on the 9th of October hana ye no mo ebehia ye bowia on the 12th of October ye bo second game a double header qualify to FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 so sa adwuma no Milo betimi ayana so sa adwuma no Milo players awato nsa from no wo mo ebetimi ayana kwaso da na fa o messages no ebra for messages no efa breye ewo eye line no a anase number no a uhu ewo screen so no for messages bra wadwen kire ebi a odi free na yakama no ye twen players no mu ma bra ye twen mu no yenhwe players no betimi ayadwuma no
well players no betimi ayadwuma no based on the coach's philosophy, the coach's tactics, opponent na kwa.
Enti no ya hwefo mo hwedwumedie wo chichiri benche ye players no na ye euro mo o screen so no wala continue so Richard Ata umono no sanso na Atizigi yes Atizigi Danlad Ibrahim na odaso no Krobio Kumase Asante Kotoko enti no goalkeepers no enti sana esi etie na meka ya hwefo say send a message a WhatsApp message na yebetimi akan de amawo enti no mo amo frɛ no momfa nya message mu why enti no abe di nkomo no the players no say the defense the goalkeepers aba defense na etwago no enti no defense ni ntwanwie ye ni nkomo kakra na ye mposo na ye mfa midfielders na mra enti defense Jonathan Mensah ono na odaso no enti no defense no enam so eba jikunso aba betwam enti no sana esi etie jo abra defense no etwago no ye nto ye nkomo no so the best I won.
Not really. Not really say the best I won ye.
Oh, ebi mo ha ye jaw
yes, of course. Osha your team no coach na what two huge factors. One say in the unveil no ka say we are in the process of rebuilding a team. Yeah. So rebuilding a team na maybe some who say sisi no ya in a situation na I say shape no shaky. Into be betimi ama shape na IFM na to me head to the rightful direction. Now, the spine of the team, most of them are because of age. Spine weak, kakra eba. Over say Jonathan Mensah, he's 31 years. The day are you 31 years. Jordan 30 years. Wakasu 30 years. Oh, you can say kudos and party. Omoni players are more from the core of the team or more younger age, almost do 30 years. Now, to other players from more around him, game time or munya, any age, yet become where they augment the spine of the team. No, any direction I was a coach in the share because the first coming no by no, not your Muntari, John Mensah, Derek Boateng, Asamoah Gyan, John Pencil, I can say Stephen Apiamo. These were players are no more on peak. And they were core of the team, and some of them the spine of the team. But onya energetic, youthful players are no more so no, or promising enough. Or they augmented team no, and it means success at the World Cup, going to the quarterfinals for the first time, and also going to the finals of the African Cup of Nations. Because after that, Jordan Ayew, John Ajiman Bedu, Inkum, Jonathan Mensah, was 1999. 2009 World Cup, Asanji African Cup of Nations under 20. Rwanda. It's no Usha na team no a huge team much expectation was so, and then there were a lot of things on the core of the team and at that time by Kelesia Moon or the can it was that team no boy experience mixed with energy, mixed with aggressiveness. Any idea to me a boy in my coin with Usha. One go, sir. And Amilo, Ushe, the track record now. I mean, Obo 32 matches and no boy between 2008 and 2010 or we need 14 ebo draw 14 and a elusive 4 defeats. No was a friendly game against Libya, we lost by a goal to nil, and African Cup of Nations and World Cup qualifiers against Benin. Yes, you 1-0 was a Prince Tegu and a Kolusu 1-0 or Benin. And African Cup of Nations you call in the group no now we're in the group with Togo, Burkina Faso and Cote d'Ivoire. You lose your first match against Cote d'Ivoire by 3-1. And Togo no one say shooting me by Angola. And yes. Togo going to me answer tournament no so they were out of the tournament. And they could share Burkina Faso by a goal to nil. Or on 1 goal no shall see free. And so this way and a final of the AFCON so Kolusu to Egypt by a goal to nil. Into Benin, Libya, Egypt, and Cote d'Ivoire. These were 4 matches I always see. One in the friendly game, one in the World Cup and AFCON qualifier, and 2 were in that same AFCON Cup of Nations already call final. Now, at that time, factors and everyone said now you were avalanche of scorer. Now then, all these players were promising and have a lot of experience as well. But this time around, any the same thing about Fesiana. Aji Onanka say any magic now around it. I require mechanics and say, what fair players? But there are other players who are making numbers. Omoni Angel, young for any show moye. Obi to say Osman Bukari, for instance, for Nantes, top flight league, French league, Wabo 5 matches so far, making 249 minutes. Yes. Which is above average as a player. Obi to say Kamal Soa. Club Brugge, yes, you know, just this weekend in the UEFA Champions League. Kamal Soa. 5 matches played so far, 381 minutes, and our making. And our you can say Edmond Ado for Sheriff Tiraspol. She win Omunya against Real Madrid. They are 2-0 win against Shakhtar Donetsk last Champions League game. And this is a player playing 90 minutes in the Champions League, topmost level. One Marshall midfielder, Yenya, the likes of Modric, Casemiro, Munina, but this player was in the midfielder. One Marshall the team to win by 2-0 against Real Madrid, the most successful Champions League side. But these players are left out. It's who show anyway for Kamal Soa, your friend for Rene on the year, so exceptionally was one of the players, and then Bernard Mensah. Yeah, but one of the topmost Ghanaian players who performing well. You can't mention the player's name without Bernard Mensah. But Bernard had issues with the Ghana Football Association Management Black Stars Management Committee. That was the last out now. Or resign. Yes, you need Qatar, Sudan. You call also a far techie and a couple of friendly matches. No, what actually happened there? There's a lot of reports about what happened between which I don't know the actual facts, but. Whatever happened after the game, the player came out to tweet, say, based on what happened, he's calling off his time from the national team until further notice. When you better Nessa and some more kind, but if you better Nessa, so can say the numbers we make it so far. One of the players who making you number for Kasserespor about the same thing with Atamalawe. We about 5 matches so far, making 387 minutes, scoring 2 goals and 3 assists, which means good. Which means 5 matches are why involved in all the goals I Omashe. So if you score 2 goals and then make 3 assists in 5 matches it means you are a huge factor, and I say you are forced to reckon with in your team. For such a player, again they see player never say me call it time off. Once this player is making good numbers on the field of play, you say this is a my friend Abeka team no.
Very well. You say necessary. We here say you be invited no Abeka national team no. Messages bebre ebem. You be kan kakra we are na yakohwe the attacking option of our team now. You share goals. Jordan about 2 years, why share 4 goals. So, can we continue to rely on Jordan Ayew? And also, Semsebe, Ibedi Munkomo. What's the high? Your friend Eric Odum, was share free Gumo potting. What's on no one said and tie Coach Milo Echiu, no one said I'm penumum. Abra, ya pound no idea. Ye bet me, I say, support. Ye best support no. yɛde akyitae yɛbɛtumi atai n'akyi nti no ɛno ne deɛ wɔka wɔse ne din ɛde Piero wɔhwɛ etie ɛde free asemfo so wɔse wɔnye ni sɛ Coach Milo ɛbɛtumi ayɛ adwuma no wɔno nso ne deɛ wɔde ɛnam no Coach Milo nso sɛ wɔwɔ unfinished business with Ghana nti ne yɛhwɛ sɛ deɛ ɛbɛtumi akɔsɛ wɔsɛ yɛbɔ mmɔden yie paa ne din ɛde Victor na wɔhwɛ dwumadi no ɛfiri Kintampo wɔsɛ Ghana deɛ yɛ house paa yɛwɔ very very big problem wɔsɛ leadership anaasɛ GFM mpanimfo a ɛdi anim no wɔ mu ɛne yɛ haw nti wɔno nso ne deɛ wɔde aba mu ɛno no wɔsɛ wɔhwɛ dwumadi ɛfiri Akosombo wɔsɛ Coach Vincent Abiu deɛ wɔto so a na wasɔre ɔno nso ne deɛ no wɔsɛ yɛfrɛ no okay bahu ɛdi no Simon Owusu Prempe ɔno nso ne deɛ wɔde ɛba ɛno no foforɔ wɔ ha wɔsɛ mepamkyɛw metimi ehu house player yɛfrɛ no Banie no baby ofri
team ana
yɛ sure sɛ yɛdwuma bi no yɛdwuma yɛ ɔhɛ no ho asɛm no okay enti no nso ɛno no message sɛ momfa messages ne mmra mo a mofrɛ no momfa messages mmra okay now what the young go forward no so fa me go forward hon mo na yɛhwɛ sɛ deɛ esitie was it your friend me Isaac me nyi ni sɛ Ghana betimi a qualify enti no forward no enti jo wo mu a ɛso mo ebogos no egu man no Jordan Ayew wabetwam Joel Fameye enso so aba sanso ana eye Caleb Ekuban Benson Anan wo mu nyina nso so ewom
Benson right back
yes ana Andre Ayew yes Andre Ayew captain of the side Ekuban ena eda so no entino Samuel Owusu enso so etwetwa entino Daniel we no kwa video no meba we na your friend and national yeah Daniel ko feature
Joel Fameye
ena da so ntisa ena nti yehwe coach can they do the job earlier Joe analyzing me who say scoring from open play a problem at the Mother Black Stars is either dead ball situation or a midfielder rather scoring the goals for Ghana. Minimum strikers no juma say the ball no beto atenum. Players I don't mabe won betimi aye juma no have they played that required minutes mo various clubs or mobile you betimi rely on them.
Yeah, no, I think sir when it comes to goal scoring there's what we call a goal path. So when your strikers are not scoring, you create a goal path. Our goal path.
It's not just a coach,
yes, our goal path as a nation has always been in the middle.
Okay.
It would tally the number of midfielders goals. It does to change the number of strikers goals.
I didn't.
Start any boy a ball, no? And how we're able to pull people out. Our methodology allow people from the middle to be able to score. In Tiaka here, we should start creating such paths. So we don't rely on the out and out strikers. Okay, after Tony Eboa, we had in between Martin Amwa. There were a few people before Martin Amwa. Then Asamoah Gyan. Yeah, Asamoah Gyan, when you trace, he's actually somebody who scores from the wings. Because he developed as a winger more than a striker. But growing up, they had the potential and ability to run. Look at the goal against the US. The middle part of the ball he strikes. It's not typical about the US. US goalkeeper. There are certain parts of the ball which is not struck by certain countries. In the US, they hardly strike the middle of the ball. Obeka say ball way, and the coach catcher say, Yamba baby akeko. Or maybe I need how to kick the ball. So you come out.
The ball not to no motion.
Yes, so you come out with so we don't have out and out. When you come with a team strategy. So we need a team strategy that will give us a goal. So we put a striker there, sometimes in the form of a decoy. To decoy the players is the presence. And then sometimes we need to explain all those things for people to understand. The pundits, the coaches, everybody that go on air. And maybe you destroy Jordan when we tag him as a selfish player. But criteria for selecting a striker, last time we said one of them, I selfish, and I'm a player. You're very Johnson, Perkusin, and in your team. It's a typical character, but you're breaking his wings. No, it's the should I pass or should I play? But we see just a split second. When and why?
One make it decision in terms of
it. We need to throw back that confidence back to some of our players and increase the power in the middle. Country be on the strength. The Italians on the strength on back.
Coach, Jinasuma me say nipa bebre the messages in the baba ye brand so aso we every amu Emmanuel was so free and our huge media free aguna amenfi was be ya Jordan brothers ni drop home ni emfa youngsters emre team no mo enti ono so ne dia ono so e de ba no drop no na mo drop Jordan one ye say drop home messages no edoso no mo me da masese mo
me chance to David
Ben
David Mauto
David Mauto, yes.
He has been knocking the door more than 3 years.
Yes.
You understand? So like you are saying, but drop this in here, Jumasa.
Okay.
Personality. Account to Bomo.
No, personality account to our Bono, Nipa Bebre, and I heard you made you know. Mamenchia Ura Kofi Nyamsen, Oko and Kraha, Railway Cortes, a Honmo, and Owa Hedge Median Sanso, and Oko Assassin Sua, Branane, and then the Yere Sanso, and a Katreka for Ura Red, Sanso, and brother Brubi, and ne Yere Omoso, a Hedge Median Nipa Bebre. And I heard you didn't do for a sounds in a dear so for mother so for woman yada a heard you made so your brasso see it me edge medino a banner ex natural mineral water umada Roma and no a soya cinema it me edge medin ebro nyankopoya dumbi na adum yenia na what you said ne you better say na ex sports profile it me ed abramo momwame na me na coach Vincent Abiwase sanso and Joe Ochre, the writer Italia. My cameraman, Kofi the boy, and Penfonia, my producers, a Botela Sanso, and Roger Emmanuel the sports monarch. My director, Abuajeda Costa Sanso, and MCR Funyada, Ralph Mo, and a Seto, and Penfoca Ureima, Sanso, and Francis, Umunyada Ebuaye. What went to me a Modino, Fache, Yankopoya Dum, na Adum Dumiana, Friday. Next week, 7 p.m. At the X Sports Profile. Ebebrom. Midin at the Nana Prempe, the Britishman. Good evening.